Chapter 164, Grade 6 Array Master 2. On the golden abacus, an old man in an embroidered robe suggested, "Heavenly Star Lord, why are you still sitting inside then? Come out and break the array." Sword Emperor Gale turned around and shouted. It was obvious that he was impatient. From the compass, a stooped old man in a Taoist robe walked out shakily. His eyes were as bright as stars and filled with wisdom. However, in the next moment, they became as deep and unpredictable as the night sky. When Lu Bingxuan saw the old man, he became more polite and cupped his fists. "Heavenly Star Perfected Lord, what do you think of this cave abode?" "Your guess is right. This cave abode does look like the ruins of a sect, but I found what looks like a door in the space. I suspect that the owner of this ruin was originally the gatekeeper." Heavenly Star Perfected Lord's words were shocking and everyone present widened their eyes, feeling that his deduction was a little too exaggerated and far from reality. To let a soul transformation cultivator, even an entire sect, guard the door. What sect would have such powerful ability? However, no one dared to question him directly. After all, he was the person with the highest level of array formation in Great Jin. He was the only one that had reached the legendary 6th grade. This was the limit of the nascent soul stage. Song Shi became excited. If this place was so awesome, wouldn't it be very dangerous? Then he could die a few more times here. Brother Star Lord, are you blind? If the space here is guarded by a sect led by a soul formation realm cultivator, doesn't that mean that the area deep within might be opened up by a Vodi refinement realm true sage, or by a pocket world? Lu Bingxuan's eyes were solemn. Soul transformation was already the limit of this world. The existence above this realm would only exist in ancient times. True saints and martial saints were already saints in the mortal world. They were legendary enough to create paths that would be passed down through the ages. Everyone, listen to my command later. We will only find out the truth after attacking. Heavenly Star Perfected Lord smiled meaningfully with immense confidence. He raised his withered finger and a starlight shot out from his hand and landed in the miasma. Then, this bit of light actually bloomed with a radiance of 10,000 feet. The dense miasma below was directly pierced by the starlight, revealing a bare basin area. This basin spanned nearly 100 miles. It was pitch black and looked like a huge black alms bowl. Song Shi's pupils were constricted. Why did he feel that this basin looked very similar to the alms bowl he had obtained from Haiduzi? Even if they didn't look exactly the same, one could at least tell that they looked similar. Was the alms bowl made to imitate this strange basin, or was there some special connection between both? Just as he was thinking, a magical scene appeared. Between the patterns, dense runes flowed and rolled like water, transmitting different power fluctuations and information. Under the dense arrays, there was a huge cave abode. There were some buildings and plants inside, but they could not be seen clearly. From the will-o-wisp emitted, it was definitely not something ordinary. Such a spectacular scene made many people hold their breaths and widen their eyes. Oh my God! There are so many ray formations in here. If immortal Heavenly Star Lord hadn't revealed it, anyone who touched it would have died. No wonder there was the rumor previously about how several nascent souls couldn't break through the array formation taboo powers. Here, even after attacking at the same time, it's really not easy to break through. Some of the more knowledgeable Gold Core Realm cultivators gasped. As for the stronger nascent souls, they observed with solemn expressions. Impressive. This old man's methods are worlds apart from mine. Song Shi revealed a look of surprise. This method was definitely a little abnormal. The reason why the array formation was strange and unfathomable was because ordinary people could not understand or even see it. This was because they could not see the range of the array formation and did not know anything about the array formation. Basically, as long as they entered the range of the array formation's attack, they would suffer losses and even lose their lives. Now, this old man had directly forced out the main body of the array formation such that it could be seen with the naked eye. As long as he was careful, he would not be easily attacked by the array formation. Most importantly, now that one could see the array formation with the naked eye, it would be much easier to crack it. Everyone present who had attainments in array formations was observing intently, hoping to get some clues that will allow them to be faster when breaking the array later. Ha ha! Brother Heavenly Star Lord, your star finger is still so magical. With one point of your finger, the starry sky was so dazzling that the array formation will appear. Sword Emperor Gale laughed out loud. It seemed like he had a good relationship with the Heavenly Star Perfected Lord. However, the Heavenly Star Perfected Lord shook his head. Everyone, you can only see the surface. In reality, there's a layer of power deep within the array formation that even I can't reveal. It's at the bottom of the basin. There's more. Lu Bingshuan stared at the densely packed array formations thoughtfully. Could these array formations be covering the power core of this basin? That's my current guess. Heavenly Star Perfected Lord nodded. Other than premium items like the power core, I can't think of anything else worthy of such a complicated grade 6 array formation. In other words, we have to break through the outer array formation first before we can come into contact with the deepest part. Cultivators from the Yi family loped greedily into the depths of the basin on the bronze chariot. Since that's the case, why aren't we attacking? Let's get the outer treasure first. From now on, every sect will be a unit to break the array formation here separately. I will lead the command. Heavenly Star Perfected Lord stroked his beard and instructed. As for how to break the array formation outside and distribute the treasures inside, that shall be dependent on each sect's own abilities. As soon as he finished speaking, the starlight converged and the array patterns that were revealed quickly converged. Then, they were drowned by the miasma and obscured from sight. Hey, why can't we see it anymore? Someone cried out, before being punched by his own family. Did you think maintaining this method doesn't consume any nomological power? Everyone should have memorized the general placement of the array formation already. Let's begin. He glanced at the nascent soul cultivators present and said with a smile. Then, he flicked his finger a few times and more than 30 light spots appeared. These light spots were varying in brightness and were distributed in different locations. Each light spot had a range of dozens of acres under them. After breaking through, one could enter a certain location in the cave abode. As long as one saw the general layout of the cave abode clearly just now, he could focus on choosing the location he wanted at this moment. I've already marked the key nodes. The stronger the light spot, the greater the consumption of power that will be needed when breaking it. However, the treasures corresponding to the location below will also be more precious. It depends on what you want to choose. He walked towards a spot of light. My heaven secret office will take the lead to break through this node. As long as we break through all the nodes, the array formation outside will be destroyed. Lu Bingshuan stared at the node with the brightest light. All Foundation establishment cultivators and above from the Sky Demon cult, follow me to break this part of the array. At the same time, the coffin Dharma treasures that had been silent previously moved forward suddenly. A jade coffin from inside flew up and smashed into the nearest node with a bang, causing it to distort violently. This part belongs to the Heavenly Corp sect. With a buzzing sound, the jade coffin opened from the inside and a pale-faced youth flew out. Songqi could not help but take another look. He did not expect the leader of the Heavenly Corp sect to look so young. He must have died young. He suddenly had a strange thought. Rumble. The other sects also moved out at this moment. The 36 nodes that the Heavenly Star Perfected Lord pointed out were enough for the various factions present to split within themselves. In the blink of an eye, most of the factions were fighting to choose the locations they wanted to break through. Naturally, the Heavenly Ghost sect did not fall behind. Lu Ju was already standing at a node. He turned around and said, "Similarly, Foundation establishment cultivators, come over. Break the array formation at the periphery first." The most important thing now was to preserve their strength. Naturally, they had to let the weaker but larger groups take action first. If necessary, he could even activate the power of the Supreme Kraken ship. However, this was his last resort. Under normal circumstances, he would not expend his strength that easily. Songqi flew over with the other elders and disciples. He formed a seal and condensed a fireball to follow the main group to bombard the array formation. Hundreds of attacks landed and the miasma surrounding that light spot evaporated. Layers of ripples appeared on the array formation barrier. The array formation blocked all the attacks, and the ripples looked like rocks were thrown into the water.